We are at Milepost 5, Portland, Oregon, with Jennifer Doheny, looking at her beautiful installation of Batik made panels. They are really gorgeous. Here's Jennifer right now. Let's find out about this work and what you do. You could walk around and tell us about it if you want to.
All right. Well, this is the most traditional batik piece that uses all the different steps in batik. So you start with your lightest color first. So you can see here there's these little white spots here. I use soy wax, so I just threw down some soy wax, and wherever I put the wax, it acts as a resist. So when I do the dyeing of the paper, it won't go where I put the wax. So I did this wash of teal into green, and then I wanted to keep that, so I waxed out all these areas here to keep that color. And then this area here, the flowers, were the exposed paper. So then when I do my next dye wash of purple into teal, it soaks into wherever there's exposed paper. So then by the end, the only exposed paper is your darkest area. Everything else is covered in wax. So this area here was the last part. And then you have to remove the wax. So I use old newspapers and an iron, and I go and soak it all up. It takes about 4 times going over each section to get all of the excess wax out. So,
hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
This is totally wonderful. Can you just tell me a little bit about how long you've been doing this or what inspired you to create?
Sure. I started batiking about 12 years ago, and immediately I started practicing on paper. And I've been batiking for 12 years, but only recently got into batiking on the craft paper. So what you see here is actually the outline of book pages, because I would practice on the book pages, and as I started doing more and more, like hundreds at a time, I would lay them down on the craft paper to dry, and then that started to look interesting. So then about 2 years ago, I started just manipulating and working with the craft paper and seeing what that did, and then I could actually get a lot bigger.